Hey, collective. It's your girl, Daja Beloved the Oracle 444, and I'm coming to y'all with a full collective reading today. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I did one, and I really didn't mean that to happen, but I was just trying to find my footing in this online reading community, and I was promoting, and I was, trying to get some stuff together for y'all so that I can do this the proper way, okay? So, before I start pulling fresh cards from the decks, what I'm going to do is clarify a little more on the short and sweet readings, because I kept the piles for the fire signs, the water signs, the air signs, and my earth signs, okay? So I'm going to start with the water right now. And this will be our Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces, okay? So we had bad news coming. We had scrub the ground, cleanse yourself, right? Clean your throne, clean your home. So we want to cleanse our homes, we want to cleanse ourselves. We also had the Five of Pentacles with the shaman. He's like dancing around the fire, which is also pointing to that cleansing, right? It's really important that we cleanse ourselves. You can never smudge enough. You can never take enough spiritual baths. You can never pray enough, and you can never meditate enough. When I say cleanse yourself, I mean like truly go within yourself and really try to call on spirit, call on your ancestors, call on that energy of healing. It's time for you to do some self-healing. For me, I was feeling some really heavy energy, and I had to go out and buy myself a selenite wand because I was having crazy dreams. It might be time for you to invest in some spiritual items like crystals, or just a diary. A diary can be really healing for some people. You might just need to go ahead and write down your feelings and your thoughts in a diary. I'm going to light this candle for us, okay? For us and for spirit, for God, for goddess, just to get some more pure energy coming through. Also, I'm going to light this Palo Santo. And look, guys, it's really cool. Me and my daughter were at the park. Well, me and my family was at the park, and we found these extra large shells. So I told her I'll take them home and I'll use them on my altar, and I'll use them for smudging. So here we go. We're lighting the Palo Santo. But yeah, it's really important that you cleanse constantly. You can never cleanse enough. Cleansing can be a lot of different things. You can use different items to cleanse yourself. You could drink a whole lot of water. You can kind of do some intermittent fasting. Yeah, now it's lit. Just there's some things that you really need to focus on getting out of your life. I'm hearing detox. I'm hearing don't drink any alcoholic beverages. If you smoke anything, don't smoke for a while. Just kind of find some clarity within yourself without the help of anything. Just going deep within your mind and in your heart and your soul. Think about the things that you want, Give yourself a chance to really just kind of be clear. Let your mind be clear, It's really important that we do that. A lot of us ignore spirit. I mean, we got people who are atheists, agnostic. They don't want to believe that there is anything else than what's here right now in front of them. And that's okay. I can't judge them. I actually went through a phase like that in my life too, where I just felt like I don't believe. I don't trust this energy, But to clarify with the Four of Pentacles, it's like you need to love up on yourself a little more. You got to stop judging yourself so much. It's okay to, be hard on yourself to a certain degree, but when it starts to get to you beating yourself down, then you need to stop. That's not really healthy for you, for growth and things like that. So it's really important that you see yourself as the great person that you are, and to congratulate yourself on getting this far in life. We all go through hell and high water to get, onto our purpose, and it's really important that we help ourselves along with other people in our lives helping us to get there. It's okay to be a little upset at times, to let things get to you, because we're all human, but you have to kind of be selfish a little sometimes too, And another thing with the Four of Pentacles is there's somebody greedy. It could be you being greedy. It could be you overindulging in something. And maybe it's time for you to kind of cut back. on that, you know, and try and secure yourself, secure your future. You know, if you're single, you might be wanting to look for a more long term relationship or connection with someone, or a lover that you can, you know, be in with, you know, ride it till the wheels fall off energy. Like Spirit is saying ride it till the wheels fall off. It's like, you know, once you find that Bonnie or that Clyde person that you feel like, you know, you can go through the war with them and come out on the other side better, and, you know, you're better together. Spirit is saying that person that you truly love, that you've been holding yourself back from, you know, release that fear that you have of being in a real connection with them, because you're much better together. Spirit wants you to know that, you know, y'all might have had some rocky things going on in the past. It could be someone that you were a lover, you know, on and off with in the past, and it's time for y'all to get serious with each other. It could be a brand new connection, but just know that you might run into some issues with this person. You might have some fights. You might have some scares, maybe health wise, or maybe even an STD. You guys are gonna run into a time where, you know, you might be with this new lover. Y'all getting it in. Y'all fucking hard. Y'all rocking each other's worlds, and then someone gets a call from the clinic saying, you know, you might got a STE, a STD, a STI, or whatever, but it's something that's not going to cause you to split with this person, but it's actually going to bring you closer together, you know, and it's going to make you guys be more serious about long-term relationships. It's not playtime anymore. It's time for us to grow up and take people more seriously, okay? It's also saying stretch your body, do a little yoga, a little Pilates. That adds to just taking care of yourself physically. You know, we all have our little temple that we get. We only get one temple here on this earth and in this 3D plane. You don't get to switch bodies. You know, you can buy an ass, you can buy breasts, you can buy everything. You can get surgeries, but you cannot switch your body and move your soul into a whole nother temple. So take care of your temple that you have, that God blessed you with, because that's all you got. Okay? Put yourself under the microscope, Spirit is saying. Okay? Look at yourself. What are you doing? What are you up to? What are you putting all your energy into? Okay? Because you need to put it under the microscope. And you also need to watch the company you're keeping. You know, if something's feeling wrong, it's because it's wrong. Our intuition doesn't lie. Spiritual warfare, okay? There's some spiritual warfare coming at you. You're right in the middle of a war, basically, like, and that's why it's important that you cleanse. It's important that you eat right, take care of your physical form, you know, clean your home, scrub the ground, cleanse your temple, you know, your body, detox a little bit. Sit back and look at what's going on around you. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, it's important. These things are very important. And it's really easy to get lost in the wayfire of just going through everyday dealings. It's very easy for you to forget these things, okay? And Spirit is leading me to turn on some tunes for y'all, some tones really, just to kind of keep some calm, clear energy. So let me see if I can find something that won't cause us to get a copyright claim. Let's see what we got here. Let's go with some 444 tones. Here we go, floating in space. Oh, cut that out. I'm going to skip that ad. Give me a second, guys. Come on, ad. Get out of here. Here we go. Angels. Healing energy. Here we go. I don't want it to be too loud. Okay, also, let me just shuffle a little bit this deck and get some more cards here. I don't really do like spreads often. I just feel like spreads kind of box you in as a reader, and you know, you don't want to be stuck with that. So I just kind of go with the flow with my readings. If I'm reading for somebody specific and they ask for a spread, then I'll give them a spread. But I kind of like to go with, you know, what Spirit is leading me to at that, you know, at this point in my reading career. So we got the Page of Swords with the Headless Horseman, okay? And I'm going to get a little clarity on that for you in a second here. But I also want to pull from this deck. This is like a spell deck. It's like a spiritual education deck for me. I think that it's important that we all kind of open our minds to spiritual education, whether it be just basic, knowledge of spiritual things like smudging and burning a candle for your loved ones, or just saying a little prayer. It's important that we be lucid. Look at this. This spell brings clarity when you're stuck in a fog. Lucidity. On the new moon, anoint a white skull-shaped candle with a few drops of rosemary oil to invoke Mercury, the messenger of the gods. After anointing the skull, carve the symbol of Mercury and a crossroads at the top of the skull, adding an arrow to each of the 4 points. Anoint your third eye with rosemary oil, tracing the same symbols, and repeat. All channels swing wide open, visions and decisions crystal clear and fully realized. So that's cool. That's like a small little lucidity spell, right? But that's just adding to the fact that you need to cleanse yourself, and you need to open yourself up to spiritual knowledge, and really look after yourself spiritually a little more, right? Don't just leave yourself out there in the open. Look after yourself, And I'm going to draw you some cards from my moon deck. I'm still talking to the Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces right now. Okay? And while I'm shuffling the Moonology deck, let me just... Spirit, what are we talking about with this Page of Swords? What are we talking about? The page... There's some news coming to you, okay? The news is going to be a little troublesome, a little bothersome. Like I said, it could be, with your new lover. Maybe they have some bad baggage that you're going to have to help them kind of dispose of, right? So, yeah, what was I saying? It's important that you do not trauma bond, okay? If you already trauma bonded, it's time for y'all to go deeper. It's time for y'all to get to know each other a little more. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You and your mate. If you trauma bonded, right? Which a lot of us do. Nobody's perfect. A lot of us can relate to things that other people are going through. And, we just say, okay, I understand how you feel. I feel where you're going with this. Or I've been through that. And we bond based off of the trauma, when we really should be bonding based off of real connection, love for one another, helping each other build ourselves. Don't trauma bond. And if you have, it's time to reverse that trauma bond, okay? It's time to let go of that trauma. Because you can't really grow until you let shit go. Forgive yourself, forgive others, right? Spirit again is saying cleanse yourself. Drink water, right? You need to fast. Spirit wants you to fast. Even if you do it for one day a week, just from sun up to sundown, only drink water. I promise you that clarity will come to you, okay? That clarity will come to you. Spirit is also saying, don't be desperate. You don't need anybody. If you are single, you don't need anybody but yourself, really, You don't need to be desperate. You don't need to just take any old offer from any direction, or any old Tom, Dick, and Harry that's trying to come over in your life and do some weird shit with you, okay? Don't be desperate for shit. Don't be desperate. You need to let that anger out, okay? You need to let that anger out. Whatever that trauma was that made you angry, that hurt you in the past, and every time you think about it, it makes you sad, or it makes you mad, it makes you angry. Let it out, okay? It's really important that you don't keep holding on to traumas and bad vibes, because you're going to make yourself sick. You will literally make yourself sick holding on to things that happened to you in your past, that maybe someone hurt you, It's just really important that you understand that the universe is going to keep recycling energy. So if you're putting out that bad vibe, or you're holding on to some bad vibes from things that happened to you in your past, know that the universe is going to keep recycling that for you. So you got to switch your thinking. You have to go to that place where you can really let go, right? You can really just let that shit go. You can really let it go, and you can really grow from letting it go. Allow yourself that growth. Don't hold yourself back, right? Okay, so that was for all of my Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces, my water signs. All right, let me get these cards back together because I'm going to go on to the next group at this point. Get a little more clarity. Oh, it's so weird, but it's like I wrote all these cards, but I keep running into the same cards. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell me something through these readings as well. Okay, so we're going to move on to the earth signs now. My earth signs, my Tauruses, my Virgos, my Capricorns, my loves. It's time for you to dip off. It's time for you to go on an adventure, right? You're getting High Priestess energy, Fortune Teller energy. Believe in your intuition because it will never steer you wrong, okay? You're highly intuitive. You're a magician. You control your life and the narrative. You control the whole plot of your life. You just don't even realize it. It's like you have a wand. You are a wand. You're like a walking wand. You're a human selenite wand. Like you control your dreams. You manifest them. But you can only do that when you truly believe in yourself. There's also, this is an Aries card. You know, this is Aries energy. You know, that adventurous person. Go on an adventure. Okay? Spirit wants you to go on an adventure, and also to open your mind and be spiritual. You know, maybe purchase yourself some type of a magical medallion or emblem necklace. You know, maybe like some cowrie shell jewelry. I don't know, maybe like you know those necklaces that have like a tiger's tooth on it, or like a lucky rabbit's foot, some type of a lucky energy or totem or amulet. There it is, an amulet. That's the word I was trying to get. Be real with yourself, okay? You don't have to fake it. You can't fake it with yourself. You're not going to believe your own lies even if you do, right? You got to keep it funky, keep it 100%. So if you feel like you fucking hate your job, you know you hate your job, you believe you hate your job, right? It's time for you to take that, you know, that energy, that message you're getting from your intuition and go on an adventure. That might mean go apply for a new job and be realistic about it. If you don't want to work in retail, or if you don't want to serve people's tables and deal with the general public every day, it's time for you to be real with yourself. Go apply at a radio station where you're you know, you might be dealing with the public, but they're not right in your face all day every day. You know, start your own business. Start the business that you want to start. You might be an introvert. You're tired of giving your energy out all day for free. So maybe you want to be at home, you know, working on social media, creating content about tech stuff. Maybe you're a real techie person, a tech savvy person. Maybe you produce beats. Take yourself out of work and go home and make yourself some beats, and just don't stop until you're successful. Do that shit. I'm telling you. Do it and you won't be mad. You'll be very happy about that, okay? I'm going to go into this little magic spell deck and see what comes up. You know, it's important that Tauruses understand that they need to open their minds to advice. Okay, we don't know everything out here, Tauruses, Virgos, Capricorns. We don't know everything, okay? It's okay to take advice, take notes from people, right? Divine Spirit. We're getting a Divine Spirit spell here. Magical tools are aids for harnessing energy, but without intention and Divine Spirit, they are powerless. Again, that's pointing to that amulet, that lucky rabbit's foot, that special medallion or necklace. If you have no spiritual knowledge and you're not open to gaining that and believing in your intuition and your visions that you're getting because you're a psychic but you don't want to accept it, you're closing the veil on yourself when really you're a magician. You're a warlock. You can protect yourself. You can manifest. You have really strong manifesting powers, right? But if you don't allow that to happen for yourself and you shut it out, then it's not going to work. It's just going to be powerless energy that just sits on you and is dormant and you're not using it properly, okay? Now with this card also is saying, how does Divine Spirit appear and manifest in your life? Your connection and devotion to divinity is more powerful than all the esoteric tools and techniques in the world. When do you feel most intuitive? Okay? When do you feel most intuitive, my Virgos, my Capricorns, my Tauruses? Is there a goddess, an ancestor, or a spirit habitually appears in your dreams? You're that selenite wand. You are the dream master, basically. Okay. Um, During the full moon, explore how your spiritual path has developed over time, from childhood to present day, taking notes of moments when you felt tested by the universe and magical possibilities felt out of reach. How do you connect to divine spirit and renew your soul with magic? Okay? What are you doing? What are you doing? How do you connect? Because you know you have these dreams. You're constantly having these dreams, repetitive dreams, dreams that you develop in, dreams where you're flying, you know, dreams where you're just this, like a superhero. You know, you're fighting bad demons and entities. You're growing plants with your bare hands, like you're walking through the forest, and there's flowers just kind of growing in the path that you're walking. You know, it's time for you to just accept that energy. It's time for you to stop denying yourself those truths, because this is real. It's not something that you're just imagining, you know? It's not something you're just imagining, okay? We're getting the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords has a basilisk on it, okay? Shout out to all my Harry Potter fans. We're getting a lot of Harry Potter energy in this reading for some reason. I'm feeling like you need to take your ass to Hogwarts, you know, in a mental way. You need to go ahead and let your spirit guide you, okay? Nine of Swords. Okay? I don't know if y'all can see that. Nine of Swords. Okay? You're having nightmares. You're having anxiety. You're going through a little depression. You're grieving something. But what you need to understand is your grief is coming from you forcing yourself in a life that you don't really, it's not your divine purpose. You're in a job that you hate. You're not happy. You're not allowing yourself to be happy because you're holding yourself back by convincing yourself that this is all you can do when it's not. You have so much power. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be there anymore, okay? You need to stop deflecting. Okay? So if you're dealing with this shit properly, then you'll deflect onto yourself. You can't deflect things away. Your life is your choice, okay? I don't know if y'all can see that. But what's happening right now is because you chose for it to happen. You have so much power and you don't even realize it. That's war. Okay? That's war. So you need to arm yourself. Because when you do decide to follow your destiny, you're going to be in war. You're going to be at war. Right now you're at war with yourself. You know, you can't even decide that you want to get out of this painful reality and switch it into something that's more happy for you. So you're at war with yourself. You need to take your space at this moment. You know, whatever that means. That might mean if you're in a committed relationship, maybe you need to tell your loved one that it's time for you to focus on yourself for a little while. You might need to just take some space. Space could mean, you go get yourself a hotel room for a night and you just enjoy it by yourself. Or space could mean, you know, while they're at work, you're home and you're just taking your space and your time for yourself. It's okay to do that. You don't have to be the strong one all the time, you know, taking care of business, constantly going. You need to quiet your mind. You need to shut up and listen. Okay? I know us Virgos, I know some Virgos, some Capricorns, some Tauruses that believe that they're the only stable one, that they're the only one with important thoughts, and that they're the only ones that know what's going on and how to handle everything. But you can't be like that. You can't be like that. Like, you're not the only one that can handle and hold everything down at home, okay? Whatever that was taken out of your life, it made you stronger, okay? Five of Cups energy. You lost somebody, you know, you're grieving that loss. Your feelings are hurt about it, but, you know, you're okay. You're fine. You're going to be fine. Even if you don't feel like you're fine right now, you're going to pull through this and you're going to look up and be like, oh shit, I'm much stronger than I thought. Give yourself a little more credit, okay? Don't be so hard on yourself, guys. Tauruses, Virgos, Capricorns. Come on now. Come on, Spirit. Okay? Spirit wants you to remember to go outside. We got a lot of cards that is pointing to you going into nature and meditating. We got this release control with this person meditating, right? They're meditating. They're working on their chakras. They're clearing their energies. Peace and gratitude. Look at that view. It's like going out to the desert, gazing at the stars. We got this guy standing over top of the basilisk with like a, looks like a moonlight catcher or a sun catcher flashing light down on him. We got this psychic lady holding a crystal ball. We got this shaman shooting fire out the palm of his hand under a beautiful night sky. Go outside. Connect with nature, okay? Also, sell your products. So whatever it is that makes you hate your job so much, remember that if you sell your products and you stay focused on your goal, whatever that is, you know, your product, whatever it is, you're going to be all right. Everything's going to work out just fine for you. What do you bring to the table? Think about what you bring to the table as a whole, as a human here on this earth. What do you bring to the table for us, right? You have this talent, you know, you have something going on within you that's a lot bigger than you and a lot bigger than your life right now. You need to bring it up to the table, okay? Bring it up to the table and let it do what it need to do. You know that, make it do what it do, baby, you know? You gotta let it do what it needs to do. And don't overthink it either. Virgos, y'all overthink a lot. Do not overthink it. Just do it. You know that you hate your job that you go to every day. You spend countless hours, thousands of hours, maybe even millions of hours doing this job that you don't like. It's time for you to let it go and focus on your dreams and sell your product. And you need to give it your all, okay? Give it your all, okay? Spirit wants you to know you're going to be relaxing through this process, because if you let yourself get worked up for 1 second, you're going to reverse you're going to send yourself back into that spiral of that job you hate, okay? It might feel eclipsed. This vision, it feels like it's covered in eclipse, like you can't see the full vision, right? But you still need to give it your all, because this is new moon in Cancer. You just need to relax through it, okay? Go ahead and meditate through this. It's going to feel scary. You're going to feel like you're losing. You're going to feel like you're losing money, like your life is going to be over, or you're going to struggle. You think you're going to be homeless, but you're not. It's going to totally surprise you. It's going to totally surprise you. And this is my Tauruses, my Virgos, my Capricorns, my Earth signs, my loves. I want y'all to understand something. I'm not here to tell you anything wrong. I'm not here to steer you wrong. I'm just here to let Spirit speak through me, okay? That being said, let me go ahead and shuffle for my other people. Let's see what we got. Fire signs. Okay, I got something for y'all, fire signs. Let me just put these cards back, so we might need them again in the next reading. And again, I told y'all I had already did short and sweet, so some of my cards were already picked for certain signs. Fire signs, my Aries, Leos, and Sagittariuses. I had some oracle messages from my own handwritten deck. We had express yourself in new ways, right? Express yourself in new ways. Choose you. Okay? Choose you. Love is not security, okay? So just because you love somebody doesn't mean that they're going to secure your future or just secure you in general. Sometimes you need to say no. Say no to things that are happening. Say no to people. Say no to jobs, offers that may not serve you. Say no. You don't have to accept everything. You need to eat healthy. You need to eat some greens. You need to focus on your diet. What are you eating? Okay? Pay attention. Learn from failed attempts. So maybe you are this person that adventures and, you might start a lot of business ventures and not finish it. You might start something and fail or feel like you failed. But those failures are times for you to learn, take notes. Embrace your tower, Spirit said. Embrace these tower moments. So when you fail, that's the perfect learning opportunity of what you did, what not to do next time. There's a narcissist that you had in your life that you kept around for a while because you felt like, that's not them, or, their energy is only like that because of this. You were given excuses for this person when it's time for you to just let them go. They told you who they were. Believe them, okay? They told you who they were. It's time for you to return the sender. All that bad energy that narcissist was putting on you, return it right back and let them go. It's important that you do that for yourself. You need to plant your feet, brace yourself. It's okay. It's going to be hard when you do let them go. But, oh, sorry, baby's calling. It's time for you to plant your feet and be strong through this process. And again, we're getting forgive yourself, okay? Getting forgive yourself and let it go. Let that narcissist go, guys, okay? We also got in the reading, when I did short and sweet, the Ten of Swords, okay? The Ten of Swords is pointing to you being stressed out. You're exhausted. You have too many burdens because you're holding on to this freaking narcissist, this person in your life that is not helping you but dragging you down and holding you back. Let that motherfucker go, okay? Cut him short, let him go. You got the Hermit, the Yeti, right? The Hermit is saying, go within to yourself, right? Study what you need. Kind of make yourself a list. If you got to go in a diary and write down the things that you need in a mate in the future and just meditate on that for some time, maybe a year, it might be short, it might be a couple months. You need to go within yourself, be that hermit, open up a couple of books, spiritual books, Bibles, whatever, pray on it, light you a candle. Just receive these spiritual messages. Maybe call on one of your ancestors, your great-grandmother, your great-granddaddy, somebody that raised you that you lost when you were young, that was helping you, right? Call on them to help you get through this tough time because you feel like this person that you were with for so long, you can't live without them, but that's not true. The bad news is going to come in. Some bad news is going to come in, but you need to know that you're much stronger than any bad news that can ever come into your life, right? You need to greet your fears. You're scared of this bad news. It's like the worst fear for you, right? But once you get it and you fight through it, you're going to be proud of yourself that you made it. You're going to be celebrating here in the near future that you made it. Embrace the flow of life, okay? This bad news might come in, but at the same time, you're going to have somebody that's giving you twin flame energy that's going to help you pull through it. They're going to help you kind of look into yourself. It's almost like a mirror image of you, but it's another soul with the same piece of soul that you have. It's going to help you to understand and see the bright side of things, right? Look at the bright side, guys. Don't let this bad news bring you down to the point where you're just like, oh, life is over. I'm so depressed. I'm so in my pain and I'm grieving and nothing is ever going to change. No, don't let that happen to you, okay? Step up and lead. Step up and lead. You might need to step up and just lead yourself to that happy place. Do not allow bad news to hold you down and hold you there forever, okay? It's not okay to let it just grab you and hold you. In my Tony Baker voice, grab him and hold him. Grab him and hold him. Think it through, guys. Think about it. So what is this thing that's bothering you, right? Are you even thinking about it? Or are you just letting it happen and just kind of going about your day and just allowing these things to keep on happening? You need to think about it. Realize that if you don't think about it and keep it real with yourself, you're gonna continue this. If you don't just think about it. Alright? And on the magical side of things, for my Aries, my Leos, my Sagittariuses, Spirit wants you to know about the falcons. You need to look above. The falcon is a mystical bird of communication that is revered as a symbol of power, okay? Look up. That could mean pay more attention to spirit, open up your heart for ancestral guidance. That's what I'm getting. In Egypt mythology, the god Horus, the ruler of the sky, was often depicted as a falcon. The falcon represents a moment to people watch and practice active listening and skills. On a Wednesday, go bird watching. Exactly. Look at the birds. At a local park, go bird watching at a local park. Watch and listen for the birds and humans alike. When the falcon appears, messages are to be given or received. So stay alert and recognize when to speak and when to listen, right? For for there is a delicate balance, effective communication, and the timing of its Mercury and Falcon magic is best. Okay, so again, that's just confirming like what you need to do. This is something new to you. You don't go bird watching. That's not something you always do. Okay, you low key scared of birds. Like you kind of scared of birds, especially big birds, right? But these birds are gonna bring that message for you. You know, they're gonna bring that message to you. My Geminis, my Libras, and Aquariuses, and I left off at smudge, right? So I was saying smudge. Light a little Palo Santo, and just go through your home and also smudge your body. Smudge your body, cleanse your aura. You might need to go on a spiritual trip to just meditate for a week. It's important that you focus in on your spiritual energy because you are a psychic, okay? You literally have the power of a goddess within you. And that's not just standing for males or females. Like you just have you have a godly power and a godly way about you that people see and they don't know how to take you. They don't know what to do with you. They don't know how to feel. When you walk in a room, they're just like, oh, everything just gets quiet. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to feel around you, okay? They don't know how to feel around you. I'm struggling to figure out what deck Spirit wants me to deal. Spirit is making me look at this sex fortune deck, which is kind of inappropriate for this reading, but we're all grown, right? And, Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses, y'all might need to hear this message because, you are protecting your energy and everything. And you are getting a bath and, you are becoming the God that's within you. You're starting to recognize how godly and how important you are. See the bigger picture, right? That's the full moon in Sagittarius. There's a archer. He's sitting out in the desert with a bow and arrow, like he's figuring out his target and he's gonna shoot right at it and he's gonna hit that target. Be humble, okay? You don't have to be big headed. We already know you a god. You're very powerful. You're a really important individual, but you have to recognize that within yourself. You need to go for it. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about and contemplating on, you need to go ahead and just go for it. Okay? Guys, if you're under 18 at this point, I'm going to go ahead and suggest that you turn this reading off because it's about to get a little freaky because these sex fortune cards are like that. Okay? So, again, if you're grown, stay. If you're not, get out. Okay? Oh, that didn't work out. I'll do that one more time. But yeah, like 8 of Cups, just to clear that up while I'm shuffling. Withdrawal, retreat, moving on, abandonment. Okay? So you might need to withdraw yourself to break that curse. You need to go ahead and just retreat and get spiritual with yourself. Take those baths, be true to yourself, protect your energy. Pull yourself out of that group. Who are you hanging around? What have you been doing lately? It's time for you to move on from that, okay? We got the Ace of Clits or the Ace of Cups, okay? Maybe you and your loved one, I don't know if you can see that, but maybe you and your loved one or your lover need to try some new positions in the bedroom. Y'all need to open up freaky little doors and explore each other a little bit more, right? Ace of Cups. It's also saying a new baby or a new relationship, a marriage proposal. So again, if you're not looking for a new baby and you're just kind of exploring, or maybe you're just having a little fun, you got a little booty call or somebody, a little boo on the side, just be careful. Because if y'all get too freaky and too happy and too open with each other, y'all gonna create life, okay? And that might not be what you're ready for right now. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some more oracle cards because I'm feeling led to do so. Keep it pushing. Okay? So once you get on that path of breaking the curse, start taking your spiritual baths and smudging and everything, you got to keep going with that. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying. Keep that going. Don't do it one time. Keep it going. Okay? Do your research too. It's time for you to do that spiritual research, okay? It's okay if you feel like a little nervous about it, but you've been this all your life. You've just been told not to recognize it or use it. Okay? Oh, did I give y'all a spell? I didn't. Okay, let me give you guys a spell to kind of look up or some type of magical item, okay? In the last reading, I gave y'all crystals, so this reading, I'm just giving every sign group like a little spell, okay? So this says healing balm. A natural healing balm to soothe your soul when you're under the weather. 2 teaspoons of shea butter. I use shea butter all the time. Essential oils, you're going to need some rosemary, some eucalyptus, some peppermint, some balsam, fir, or pine, and lavender essential oil. It says melt the shea butter in a double boiler, remove from heat, add 5 to 10 drops of any combination of the essential oils, mix it thoroughly, pour and store it in a lidded tin. Use topically for your chest colds to aid with peaceful sleep. Consult an herbalist for information regarding use for children, and do not use if you're pregnant. So again, you might be getting pregnant soon, so just be mindful of that. But you can create this balm, and you can kind of you can fix it to how you want to fix it. So if you want to make it really light with the essential oils, maybe 1 drop instead of 5 to 10 drops, that's fine too, because then it won't be harmful for you. Essential oils are very natural. So as long as you're not overdoing it, it'll be fine, Just kind of let your ancestors help you decide how much to put in there. Because they're going to know anyway if you're creating new life, or if you're with child, they're going to know, and they're going to let you know. Your intuition and your ancestors do not play. They're going to let you know, okay? And they're going to be very clear with you, okay? So again, be true to yourself. Take your spiritual baths. Keep it pushing with that once you start. Smudge your temple. Accept your whole self. Accept you for you, okay? Stop hiding your spiritual gifts. You're going to break that curse of being judged about that, okay? Protect your energy while you're studying and getting to know yourself a little better. Love your flaws, because they're not really flaws anyway. That's just something somebody told you. That's perspective. Do your research, okay? Ace of Cups. New baby, relationship, marriage proposal, so be careful. Healing balm, get you some shea butter. You could just use plain shea butter anyway. You don't have to add anything to it. Plain shea butter is healing enough. I'm telling you, I use it on my arms. I have eczema, my arms break out, my skin breaks out a lot on my back. Use your healing balm, okay? So use that shea butter. Maybe get you something lighter than these essential oils listed in here. I love to use a little light lavender, or even like some sweet almond oil if those things are too harsh for your skin. And you want to do a skin test before you put it on yourself anyway, okay? You are so much stronger than you believe. You got through those storms and you sailed those tough waters, okay? You're at God status at this moment. You don't even realize it. Your power is so strong that you're at God status. You just got to reach that God consciousness. And you got to accept yourself for who you are. And you got to be humble about it too. You can't get to that point and not be humble, okay? You got to go for it. Whatever your dream is, chase it down. It's going to come, and you're going to hit that target. You're that archer in the desert. You're going to hit that target that you've been trying to hit for so long. Once you release that bad thing that's been holding you back, that barrier, once you open up your heart to that healing and that potential that you have, then you'll be fine, okay? And it's been lovely reading for you guys. I'm Daja Beloved, Oracle 444, and you have a beautiful and a blessed night and a blessed year. And I love you so much.